good?
Yep.
We got off to a good start, obviously, shooting the ball. I thought our defense was solid if we didn't give up second chance points. I think in the first half we gave up 19 points off a second chance. All those threes obviously were a little bit of a problem that we didn't rebound. But I thought when we got stops and get out and ran, we were very effective. With the exception of the last few minutes, I thought our defense was really good. A lot of dribble drives in the second half that bothered us, but that's something we can correct. I thought we had a good number of assists, and we didn't turn the ball over, which really helped. And I think those things always help when don't turn the ball over. Didn't give them as many transition opportunities.
You forced 19 turnovers and you get 10 steals here. Good defense seemed to translate into good offense in the first half. And then you had a little bit of a.
Yeah, we got 25 points off of turnovers, which is a good number. And I mean, it's hard to withstand a team making 17 threes, and the guys did a nice job. I mean, I thought we did a fair job in some spurts of guarding the 3-point line. But that amount of 46 of their 63 is a lot of attempts to defend. But I did think we did a nice job of taking care of the ball, and once we rebounded in those situations, we did a good job of being effective in transition.
What do you think about the physicality of your team? You guys were able to get 48 of your points in the paint, but you were out rebounded by 4. Discuss size, physicality, and what might need to be worked on.
Well, we need to get better at rebounding, but those numbers are deceptive because of the way we shot the ball, especially the first half. So I thought the guys did a nice job. We didn't do a great job of cleaning up. Our first shot defense in the first half was really good. It was the second shot defense, offensive rebounds that really bothered us. We did a nice job of getting out in transition, but I do think that the rebounding deal is going to be an important deal. And the second part of the first part of the question is we were able to get downhill and get to the rim, which we talked about. So I do think the points in the paint a lot of them were off of ball screen situations. Western did a nice job in the second half of trapping the post. They came down and doubled the post, but I thought our big guys did a nice job of getting it out of there and getting the ball reversed.
Coach, can you talk about Tristan Newton? He had 30 tonight. Big night for him.
He was terrific. I mean, I thought he was very effective. Obviously, he shot the ball especially well in the first half. Second half, with the exception of one time, he didn't really settle. He got downhill. I think he's a guy that can continue to do those type of deals. We need him to be a playmaker and a distributor, but he's also got a knack to score like he did tonight, and we need him to do that.
Your postman, Luigi DeBow, got off to a good start tonight. He seems to be getting better and better every ball game.
He struggled the first 2 games, and we talked about it. He didn't look like he had, and I think tonight he got off to a confident start. He got the dunk to begin with. He had a nice tip. The 2 jump hooks, he threw over his right shoulder in the second half were really good. But I think the other thing was he got some confidence. He rotated across, had a big block in the first half in front of our bench, got us out in transition, and he just played with a different level of confidence. I thought Zoe played good. He did some things. Brandon Johnson didn't have one of his better games, but his energy is still needed. And there's some things we can clean up, and we will clean up.
Tremont Robinson-White looked really good again, the double figures tonight, and he seems to be more athletic. Is he fully healed? I think
he's full. I mean, that injury his first year was about as I'd never seen it before, and it took a little bit longer. I don't know that we had a prognosis on how long it was going to take, but even when you're healthy, it doesn't mean you're back to where you were. And I think he's more confident. We see it every day in practice. He was aggressive. I mean, he really impacts the game. He deflects a lot of passes. He's around. He knocks the ball off a guy's knee when a guy's getting a layup, or he runs to a passing lane, or he rotates across, and just really is a nuisance at times.
Coach, it was pretty clear early on that Western Carolina's game plan was kind of to knock down threes. They only made 17 out of 46. How would you assess kind of your Pirates' perimeter defense?
When we got back and got sorted, I think we did a good job. We had a couple in transition, and it's a little bit different, when you're Luigi or you're Zoe or some of these other guys, they're not used to guarding that much. 33 Petrakis is really out on the perimeter. When they played small with Robinson, you really had 5 guards out there, and we had to make a decision. I like playing a big guy because it seemed like we could rebound and throw the ball inside, but it puts a strain on your defense because there's so many guys that you have to guard. All 5 of them can shoot, and they will shoot it. But I thought for the most part our guys were there. They made some really tough shots too, which I'm fine with. I mean, it's going to happen.
First 3 games in the book. After the season opener, you said there's definitely some things to work on. What do you think after these first 3 games? You start to see some things fall into place just a little bit?
We need to maintain some of the things we've done. I've been playing with the sounds strange, but sometimes playing with a big lead is hard to do. You take a little bit, take a little bit off the gas. Now the flip side is sometimes, and we've been in the situation where it gets a little easier to score when you're down that far. Shots there's not as much pressure. I mean, we've been in that boat, and I thought they did a really good job of continuing to compete. And we got a little impatient offense. We have to learn at the end of the game, shot time, score momentum, run the clock a little bit more, and take shots a little bit later in the clock, especially those last 4 minutes.
Coach, can you talk about on Thursday, you have the big neutral site, the tournament with the Myrtle Beach Invitational with Oklahoma, a really good program.
Yeah, great program. Top 50 net team, top 50 Ken Palm team. Off to a good start, 2-0 start. Made a lot of threes, gave up 10 points in the half to Texas San Antonio yesterday, scored 60 some odd in the second half. I watched one of their exhibition games where I think they were 19 for 27 from 3, so obviously guarding 3-point line is going to be very important, and it's a good opportunity to play against a Big 12 team.
We're good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.